Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron Wevenkang, and I love sharing wisdom that feels very powerful to me. And the topic of the day that I would love to speak about is a very familiar topic, a popular topic, and it's fear. And we all know the feeling of fear, and we at least experience it once in a while, once a month. I don't know. But you have different types of fear. You have the fear of the future, fear of the past, cycling into the future. You have fear of not being good enough, fear of not being strong enough, knowledgeable enough, fear of losing money, fear of losing blessings, losing a relationship, losing miracles, losing our health and becoming sick, fear of abandonment, fear of public speaking, fear of performing, fear of. There's a lot of fears. A lot of fears. And fear, we should not fear. Because fear is actually a technology from our soul for us to remember that we are perfect and exactly good the way we are. That underneath all the layers, underneath all the programs that we created in order to survive, all the masks, all the walls that we have put up in order to protect ourselves from the world, fear is there only to remember us that even with the walls broken, even with the mask off, even with having nothing at all that feels like helps you to survive, even then you're good enough, even then you're worthy, even then you are beautiful, because underneath all of that exists your soul, and your soul's infinite. Your soul doesn't have an identity, your soul doesn't have any flaws. But how come I feel so much flaws? How come I feel so much pain? We came here in this world to transform a certain type of negativity that we brought in for past lives, maybe earlier this life. And we came here to transform that in order to reach our greatest fulfillment. Why? Because we made a contract with, as humanity, we made a contract with God. And we said, God, you know, we only feeling that you cannot give us is the feeling of creating something. God, you give us all of your blessings, all of your miracles, all of your money, all of your abundance. But the feeling of not being able to create gives a certain shame. I don't want to feel shame. I want to feel like I've worked for something, I've earned something. So that's actually where the intention behind the creation of the world, why the world was created. Because our soul actually asked for something greater that the creator couldn't give. The feeling of and the sense of creating something. So from that moment on, the world was created, and this world has a level of concealment where God is not fully revealed, unless for those who truly desire to connect, unless the arousal is created from below, so the Creator can come in and dwell upon that person. Because it actually is a request from our soul to come down here and actually do the work and have that sense of earning something, earning love, earning a soulmate relationship, earning blessings, earning money, earning the light of healing. It's all actually energy. It's energy that we're desire. So even, you know, the money or even this physical thing, it's all energy. It's all energy behind it. So we're actually very spiritual beings, even though it feels like it's only physical. But we came here to transform a certain type of negativity that to transform that level of concealment where we can see God more, reveal the Creator more in our life, where He can dwell more upon us. And that is so nourishing to the soul, that feeling of creating something. And that is why fear exists. It's actually a healthy fear. And the root of all fears, you can think about any fear. And the root of that fear is actually fear of disconnection from our source, from the light, from the thing that has created us, and from that energy force that has created and sustains everything, that makes everything coexist. My neighbor and I live next to each other, but we have the same source. Fear of losing something. Why are you afraid of losing something? Because we all are meant to have the greatest fulfillment. And if that fear of not having it or losing it wouldn't be there, we wouldn't put in maximum effort every day again, in order for us to truly keep searching for our biggest soul's light. So if I had a business and that business went very good, very great, and a lot of money I made, I think maybe 100,000 a year. But if I am meant to make 1 billion a year, then the fear of losing money or not being, that fear of losing money or not being at your full potential. Actually, if it wasn't there, you would still make 100,000 in 10 years. But if you, it's just maybe a bad example, but fear should drive us. Fear is actually a beautiful fire that the Creator, in His perfected eye, He can see everything, past, present, and future. He can make everything perfectly coexist along each other and have everyone have the greatest destiny. Do you think He makes a mistake by putting fear into you? That's the real question. Do you think that God makes a mistake by putting fear into you? No. The fear drives you. The fear helps you. The fear helps you be a better person, show up for your spouse every day, for your girlfriend, boyfriend. It helps you actually be curious. Be curious about what is out there. Be curious about the next level. Be curious about growth. It helps you. And sometimes it can really put us in a victim position. Yes. It can really make us feel so discouraged. And it can make us feel so painful. And that pain, yes, it exists, it comes. But otherwise, it wouldn't feel like any earning. Otherwise, if we would have been given the energy of soulmate immediately, without us doing any work for it, we would be still in the same positions as in the heavens. In the heavens, we would be given the energy of soulmate, but we felt that sense of lack, shame, because we didn't earn. So that's why we came down upon this earth, why this world was created in the first place. for us to earn. So God is not punishing us. God is not punishing us for having fears of we are not wrong. It's not like we shouldn't have fear. That's often what brings the most chaos, the feeling that we shouldn't be feeling the way we do. The feeling of I shouldn't feel afraid. I shouldn't feel afraid. And that already is a disconnection because why? God in his perfection knows, okay, if I give this person this feeling, it will help him get to his highest destiny. If you say it's wrong, how can you know in your limited perspective what is wrong or what is good even? You know, the biggest miracles in our life did not come the way we planned things would come. It actually came through the back door, the very opposite of what we ever thought was possible, but it became true. Healing came within a second, within a blink of an eye. And those miracles we are meant to experience every second. That's why fear exists. It's actually a fire from the soul telling us, oh my God, there's something out there. We are meant to experience that. You shouldn't feel bad for having fear. You shouldn't feel bad for not making any progress or feeling like you're stuck. As long as we put in maximum effort to make something out of it, that's what God sees. To redirect that energy, okay, I have a fear, I feel very lazy, and I have a fear of public speaking. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? I accept this. I accept that I accept that I carry this big fear. Maybe it's my soul telling me something greater is about to emerge, that you're actually meant to be a public speaker, that you're meant to rise above that wall. And maybe your past life, you thought that was not possible. So now you have to do it again in this life. Maybe that's the transformation we should make. I don't know. Whatever it might be, tell yourself that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and that you are good enough, that you are worthy, that you are a blessed soul, and that we are very abundant, that we even get to breathe. We all want infinite things, but something that is truly sustaining is working on ourselves, spiritual work. You know, the physical things, they can fulfill for maybe an hour, a few days, a week. But after a while, you won't appreciate money as much anymore. If you eat chocolate, at the beginning it's nice, but if you eat it a lot, it starts making you feel bad. Or a certain type of relationship, at the beginning it's always that honeymoon feeling. It's all so great, and I want to marry you, and I want to be with you, and I want to be with you forever. And after 4 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years, it's you have to start loving each other and choosing each other every day. And that can be very difficult. These things can be very hard, challenging, bitter. But we are being helped. We are being guided. We are being shown the way. Very much. And it's actually God designing the game so much so that our only option is winning. If we fail, then we learn, and from that learning, we can win. So if I fail, then I'm winning. And if I win, then I'm winning. And we are meant to have so much great fulfillment, so much blessing, so much abundance, love, unity. And that's the most beautiful thing. Gets you to that place. Fear gets you to that place and awakens that inner fire to be able to say, no, I don't want to settle for a mediocre life. I want something greater. I want the Creator, and I want to be united with the greatest source of everything. You know that feeling that a movie gives you? That happy feeling, that happy ending. That's the feeling of our soul the moment we let go of a doubt or let go of a certain type of fear. Because it's actually all rooted in one thing, a disconnection from God. I'm afraid that I lose something only because I'm losing something much greater. And that's a connection. If I choose to focus too much and attach too much to my soul's infinite light in this physical thing, and I start attaching to that thing and holding it, and I want money, and I have obsession for money, and I need money, then you start becoming consumed by that money. And you start making not the Creator your source, but the money you make your source. And that money is very flexible. I don't know. Fluctuation. It can go up, down, up, down. Your emotions go up, down, up, down. It's like a roller coaster if you choose to connect only to physical things. So it starts with telling yourself that it's okay to have fear. Fear is actually beautiful desire. Fear is actually beautiful thing. And maybe help yourself release the old perspective, the outdated perspective on fears. The outdated perspective is fear is bad. Fear I should not have. Fear is my enemy. No, fear is actually beautiful. It's your biggest friend. It's your biggest partner, your partner in crime. And that actually already shifts something, makes you connected to source. That is already the happiest feeling you give your soul. That is already that's already beautiful. If you can just remind yourself each day, okay, it's okay. I'll do maximum effort with what I know is best. But God, if this is not the right thing for me to do right now, guide me. I want what you want. Because I know that you and your ultimate good, you want the best for me. And I cannot see the big picture. I cannot see where I am supposed to go, if I should go left, right, or 1,016. How many thoughts do we have? 16,000 to 40,000 thoughts a day. And how many of those thoughts are choices we should make? If we have to carry those burdens every second of the day, it will be very, very overwhelming. It will be very overwhelming. So just surrender and say, okay, these fears, okay, they are there. But I am not those fears. I am aware of the fear. Therefore, I cannot be the fear. It's something outside of me, and I create a space. And that space, God can dwell in. You create a house for God. You create a house for guests to come in, and that guest is God, your best friend. And that energy, that light of the Creator, that light of the universe helps you and guides you. Okay, maybe this business deal you should do. Maybe this business or this business idea. Maybe this person, maybe this job offer, maybe this. And it helps you and guides you And it's like you become a prophet. You are becoming connected to your higher self, to your soul. Each day, more and more, more and more. It's just a practice, and it doesn't come overnight. Sometimes it's just step by step creating a beautiful relationship, because a relationship costs investment. So we have to sustain a relationship with God, with the universe, as this game is made to win. It's designed for us to win. These fears are great. Doesn't take away that it's painful. But the moment, suffering only starts existing when you start fighting against pain. Resistance against pain is what makes you suffer. But if you just sit in it, it's actually a very beautiful position to sit in. If you have if you have an argument with your partner and it's all of a sudden not as romantic and very roses and everything, it's all of a sudden it's not so happy anymore. That moment of constriction, that moment of darkness, makes you actually appreciate the moment when you have peace, the moment when you have this beautiful, deep connection with your partner, and a romantical date and a romantical moment. So everything, it's like breathing in and breathing out. One is followed by the other, and it makes you appreciate the other. It makes you appreciate both. But I'm admit, I don't. We don't like. I don't like the the breathing out as much as breathing in. Yeah. I would rather just be happy and have this feeling of high constantly. But we are meant to have that. We are meant to have that. We're meant to have constant miracles, and we shouldn't have to go through chaos at all if we are that connected. The first step to connect is tell yourself it's okay the way you feel, the way you are, and that you're perfect. That you don't have to compare yourself to others, that you don't have to be different than you are, that you are original soul who came to reveal so much beautiful light. It's just somehow, some way, we are still walking the path, it's still in the process. Like it's like we came into this movie theater halfway in the movie. We don't know the beginning. We don't know what we have done past lives, and we won't know the future. So we are actually in the middle. It's like we don't have a clue where we should go, okay, but we trust that we are being guided. It's already such a big opportunity and such a brave souls. This humanity, this everybody was down here and chose to come down, to be born in this physical body, to be willing to go on this journey. Such beautiful, brave souls. Such a beautiful, brave soul that you were willing to come down here to work on yourself. That's beautiful already. Just connect to that feeling. How brave am I that I get to be this, get to work on this? Oh my God, I'm such a brave person. You know? The rest will come, we'll be guided. Have a beautiful day. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate your time. I'm just a student trying to learn out loud. I'm still in the process myself. But I love sharing the wisdom that I get to learn, and I just love talking to you guys. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to, like, really sincerely from my heart, I thank you. I thank you that I get to talk and have an opportunity to express myself. So thank you for that. I love you guys. Bye bye.